Hello guys and welcome back to today's episode. I am super excited that you guys are here. I am so happy to have you guys on board, and today we're gonna really talk about a very serious matter that most people try to run away from. So we are still on the series 13 secrets you should know about life before you die, and today we'll be talking about secret number 6. We've come along, we start with secret number 1, and then today we are on secret number 6, and today we'll be talking about learning. Today's topic is keep learning. The reason is because learning never ends, because life never stops teaching. Life is a great teacher. Experience is a great teacher. You need to learn certain things. You need to keep learning. A baby who is born today. I don't know why I keep using babies for my examples. I love babies. I love babies. Now, a baby who is born today is like a tabula rasa, a clean slate, no knowledge, nothing at all. Then that child begins to learn stage by stage, step by step, day by day. The baby is learning, and then the baby who was a day old and grows, learn, and 10 years down the line, this baby has learned so much. And that is what life is about. Life is all about learning. You necessarily do not have to go to school to learn, like a formal education to learn. You can learn from nature, you can learn from books, you can learn from television, you can learn from friends, you can learn from family, you can learn from society, you can learn from anything and from anybody. People are always teaching, people are always watching, people are always learning. You have to learn. You have to improve on yourself. You can't keep doing the same thing every day and every year and you're expecting different results. Life doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. You need to improve on yourself, and the best way to improve on yourself is to learn. So you have to learn a skill, you have to learn a trade, you have to learn a principle, you have to learn to change your habits and then be better. Do you know what makes an extraordinary person different from an ordinary person? People say it is because of that extra that one person does different from the others that makes him extraordinary. And the secret is the knowledge that one person has. That thing that one person has learned that makes him extraordinary. And you too can do likewise. You too can do the same. The difference between you and someone who is a millionaire today is because of the knowledge that person has that you do not have. And how does this person gather this knowledge? This person gathers knowledge by learning. And how does this person learn? This person learn by listening to mentors, reading books, reading articles, watching TV. When I say watching TV, people will be like, oh, you encourage us to watch that series, you're encouraging us to watch that movie. No, there are educational things you can watch on TV. I am not totally against people from watching TV. What I'm saying is that you should know what you watch on TV. You do not spend all your day just watching irrelevant things on TV. There are certain channels on YouTube you can go to and then learn educational things, learn a skill, learn something on TV or on YouTube. Okay, so never stop learning. That's what I keep telling people. Never stop learning, because the day you stop learning, is the day you start dying. And that's the bitter truth. The day you stop learning is the day you start dying. And when you learn something, your mind becomes new. Your mind becomes so young when you learn something. And when you stop learning, that is the day you start dying, and that is the day you become so old. So a child who is 25, who is 30 and says to himself, I don't want to learn anything anymore, I am okay with what I know, that is when that child or that person start to die. Not physically, but mentally. that child start to die. And please never be too proud to learn. Never be too proud to learn. Never in your life get to a stage where you say to yourself that I am okay. I do not want to read any books anymore. I do not want to talk to people anymore, to reach out to mentors, to reach out to teachers for me to learn. Never get to that stage. Never assume that you've gotten to a knowledge where you do not need any new knowledge. Even professors still read because they need new insight. Professors still read because they need new information. There is no end to education. Education has no end. You need to keep learning. You need to keep improving on yourself, and there are various ways to learn. You can learn from your own experience. You can learn from the experience of other people, but the most important thing is keep learning. And I said this in my previous podcast, my previous videos, that when you fail, do not see failure as you not being good enough, right? See failure as an opportunity to learn and then try again to be better. See failure as an opportunity to learn and try again and get it this time around. Okay, so always learn from your failures, always learn from your mistakes, and also learn from your success. No knowledge is wasted, so don't feel that wherever you learn it today, it's not going to be useful today. See, when you learn something, it stays with you. Okay, when you learn something, it stays with you, and you do not know when in the nearest future that knowledge you have is going to be useful. You never can tell. You never can tell. So no knowledge is wasted. Life is a school, and experience is the teacher. Do not miss any class. Do not miss any class. Learn from life. Learn from experience. And do not limit yourself to one particular field. Say because you're into medicine, you're a doctor, you're gonna limit yourself to just things of medicine or in the field of medicine. No, do not limit yourself. You can also learn something in engineering. You can also learn something in art. You can learn something in music. You can learn something in botany. You can learn something from other fields. So do not limit yourself. Okay, and one of the easiest way you can learn something is by reading books. I keep telling people, you have to read. I know it is hard. I understand. I know it is hard. But you have to get to a stage in your life where reading books, it's not going to be stressful. Successful people read books. If you check the list of 100 successful men in the world, you realize that they have one thing in common. They read. They study. They learn. Why are you complaining that reading is hard? If you're not the conventional person who loves to read books, who loves to read hard copy, there are softwares that you can download your books in them, and then this software is going to read the books out for you. So while you're driving, while you're cooking, you can just be listening to these audio books. You need to learn. See, Gandhi said something. He said, live as if you were to die tomorrow and learn as if you were to live forever. So keep learning. Keep learning. Develop a passion for learning. And if you do that, you will never cease to grow. When you have this hunger to learn, when you have this hunger to know things, you will never stop growing. I remember a few years ago, my friends asked me why I always ask questions, why I always want to know things. And I always reply, say, I hate not knowing things. I hate being in the dark. I hate not having an idea of something. So when there is a new trend or people are talking about something, I want to know what is happening. I want to know what people are talking about. What is the latest stream of income? What is the latest way of investment, right? What company can I invest into? How can I learn how to do this? How can I learn how to cook this? How can I learn how to do this? I want to learn. There is this hunger in me to learn. There is this hunger in me to acquire knowledge. And that is what I want you to do. I want you to also develop the passion of learning and of growing. Let learning be part of you. Okay, so these are tasks or a challenge I want to give each and every one of you. Do not go to bed at the end of the day without learning something. Do not go to bed each day without learning something. No matter how little, try to learn something that day. Try to acquire knowledge. Try to know something. Try, if it's to read a page in a book, read a page in a book. If it's to read an article, read an article. If it's to watch an educational video on YouTube, watch it. But make sure every day of your life you are learning something. Every day you're getting better. Every day you're improving. Every day you are growing. Your mind is young. Your mind can remain young if you keep studying, if you keep reading, and if you keep growing. Remember, do not limit yourself to a particular field. You can learn from so many other fields. The arrogance of success is to think that what you did yesterday will be sufficient enough for tomorrow. It's to think the method you used last year is going to be enough for this year 2022. The knowledge you have last year is going to be enough for the knowledge you're going to use this year 2022. That is arrogance of success. You have to learn. Because new methods are being developed, easier way of doing things. Why live in the dark? Why live in the dark? You have to grow. So in conclusion, what I'm trying to say today is to develop the habit of growth. Develop the passion of growth. And growth comes from learning. And if you want to earn so much, you have to learn first. You have to learn so you can earn. You ask a lot of people, why are you in school? Why are you in college? Most people will say, I'm in college to get a degree. But that is wrong. You're not just in college to get a degree. You're in college to learn, to acquire knowledge. So when you get out of college, right, you can prove in the job market that you know this thing. You've learned this thing and you're ready to use your skills to earn. Your degree is just an evidence to show that you passed through the school. That is just a degree, an evidence to show that you passed through the school. But what is going to keep you on the job is the application of the knowledge you know. The application of knowledge, the skills you've developed over time. Can you use the skills, can you use this knowledge to solve a problem? And that is when you start earning. You have to learn first before you earn. And never stop learning. Never stop growing, and never stop impacting on yourself. Make this a goal that every year you're gonna grow, not in height, not in body weight, but in knowledge. You're gonna grow in knowledge. What I know today, I did not know 2 years ago. What I know today, I did not know a year ago. I made it my desire to improve on myself, to be better for myself first, then for others. Improve on yourself for yourself first, then for others. You're not doing anybody a favor, you're doing you a favor when you learn. You're doing you a favor when you improve on yourself. So I encourage you, my brother, my sister, never stop learning. Never stop learning. Thank you guys for stopping by and I do hope you enjoy what you listen to. You can share this, you can like, you can comment, do where to subscribe, and if you really want someone else to be blessed by this, make sure you share this video, this podcast. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Have a lovely day and enjoy the month of January. Bye bye. Love you.